Hello, NASDAQ followers, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Bell. Joining me today is CEO of Northern Vertex Mining Corporation, Ken Berry. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Lyanne, for having me.
Now, you are based in Arizona, and also we had the pleasure of having you virtually ring the bell ceremony on Monday. How does it feel to be doing the bell ceremony from afar?
Well, again, thank you very much for having me, Lyanne, and thank you for allowing Northern Vertex to tell our story. And we were very excited to be ringing the bell at NASDAQ. This is something that's a big accomplishment for a junior company like ours that has the Moss Mine in Northwest Arizona. We've come a long way in the last 10 years from exploration right through to production. So to be ringing the bell at NASDAQ was very exciting for us and all our 150 men and women.
That is absolutely fantastic, and we can't be more excited to have a company like yours here. Now, could we start by the origin story here, your mission, vision, and who the company serves?
Well, Northern Vertex, as mentioned, started out back in 2011. We acquired the Moss property, which is located about an hour and a half south of Las Vegas and just 10 minutes outside of the town of Bullhead City in Northwest Arizona. We acquired that property as a grassroots exploration property. It had limited amount of drilling and development. And over the last, I would say the last 7 or 8 years specifically, we've taken that property from an exploration stage right through into feasibility, engineering, and then construction, commissioning, and into full production. So for a mining company to transition through those phases, that's really unique, and it's rare to see these mining properties come into production. Exploration properties start out as maybe a 1 in 1,000 odds of ever achieving production. So for us to move through into that stage and be creating economic activity within the state of Arizona and broader US marketplace, we're pretty proud of that. We have 150 men and women working in the Bullhead City region. We've generated in excess of $100 million in investment into the property and into the surrounding communities. So this is something that our employees and staff and our stakeholders are very proud of as well. So Northern Vertex started out as a mining company that generated this economic activity, and we moved into this production. And now what we're looking forward to is really rewarding the stakeholders. And when I say stakeholders, I'm referring to the area that we operate in, which is the Oatman District in Northwest Arizona, the state of Arizona, and the town of Bullhead City, as well as our employees and their families, and the direct economic activity branches out well over to really 350 or 350 or more direct family and friends. So it's a proud moment to ring that bell on NASDAQ.
Yeah, it's a very tight-knit group from what I can tell, and congratulations on all your achievements so far. Now, talk to me about the landscape here. When you look at the competition, what is it that sets you apart?
Well, what sets us apart again is back to the odds of taking a property from exploration to full production. It's more than 1 in 1,000, and for us to achieve this and to be able to build a team, I think it's really about the team. We have strong individuals behind the company, as well as we have key management and board of directors that have done this many times in the past. So one of the biggest differentiating factors is really the experience of our management team. We've done operations in the past, and we've taken projects into production. We've got individuals on our board of directors, such as Jeff Burns, who has been the CEO of Pan American Silver, also as the chairman of Mavericks. When he was operating Pan American, he had 12 producing mines in his stable. We've got a fellow like Mike Haworth, who is one of the founders of Greenstone Capital, and he was head of metals and mining for JP Morgan. We just have one individual after individual. Another name to throw out is Jim McDonald, who is one of the founders of Alamos Gold. And these are companies that have gone from 20 million or 50 million market cap into the billions of dollars in a market cap. So with a Northern Vertex, we're currently sitting at about $100 million market cap. And we have great aspirations of growing this company and advancing and becoming a multi-asset company. So I think we have the experienced management team and the track record with all of our individuals that have played a key role in developing Northern Vertex.
And with that track record, that experience, and having all those people come together and put together a team, I have no doubt in my mind that you can reach those goals and that you will. Now, when you look into the future and even right now, the projects that you're working on, what excites you about the immediate future and about projects you're working on right now?
Well, what really excites me is we're in a marketplace now where we've just seen gold go through $1,850 per ounce. And I think it's made this move through this $1,800 range relatively unnoticed by the general investment community. Sure, the longtime resource sector followers are aware of this move, but in terms of a generalist in the marketplace, I think it's still early days with what we see as a potential bull market here. And as that move in precious metals is happening, as a company, we're just hitting our stride. We've delivered one of our strongest quarters to date. As of June 30th, we set numerous records. And just to give you an example, June 30th, we put out an announcement. We have 18.2 million in revenue. We produced over 10,500 ounces of gold. We set a daily record of 167 ounces in a single day. And we finished the quarter with 6.8 million US. So for a junior company to be hitting its stride quarter after quarter in a marketplace where gold is going through $1,850, I think that's very exciting. And you're going to see the investment community start to wake up to the precious metals move. And I think we're just in the early stages. So we're very pleased with our development. In addition to our production that's increasing quarter over quarter, what we're also looking at doing is launching a district-wide exploration program. And what that means is that that's additional value that can be added. And it's one of the best ways to generate wealth is through grassroots exploration. And there's no better place to explore than in and around a producing mine. So we're very excited about that, and that is definitely a factor that plays into the attention that we're receiving recently here.
And absolutely. Now, you say you have a lot of growth ahead of you, and certainly in that sense, the company does seem young. However, you have an experienced team with years on years of experience, and yourself years on years of experience in the industry. Can you talk to us about some of the biggest changes that you've seen in that time, and what kind of future that sets up this industry for, the precious metals industry?
Well, I think some of the biggest changes that you've seen in the resource sector really is in technology and in an awareness that that there needs to be a balance between sustainability and economic development. So over the years, you've started to see a technology being applied in the resource sector. We're now using satellite imagery, geophysics, many different advances in science are being applied to the resource sector. And in conjunction with that and in parallel, you're also seeing an awareness in social responsibility. We now are very much aware and are reaching out to the various stakeholders within the community and within the state and the country. And we're finding a balance between economic activity and sustainability, and it's appreciated. And especially in our local community, we work with the town of Bullhead City and the state of Arizona to make sure that everyone's needs are met and all stakeholders are represented. And there is a very strong accountability in the development of mining projects nowadays.
Now, you bring up an incredible point that is we're seeing manifested through industries. This is the year of sustainability, some would say, and then some people would say even the decade of sustainability. All industries are leaning into this and making sure that that balance does strike. So it's amazing and incredible that your company is leaning into it as well. Now, for the next generation of entrepreneurs and founders who are looking to get into this sector, what advice do you have for them?
Well, I think it's about the people and it's about the communities, and you've got to be able to rally together various stakeholders, and you have to bring capital to the table. You've got to bring experience to the table, and you've got to have that excitement and vigor in which to develop these ideas and incubate these ideas, and really it comes down to having no fear and just moving forward when you've got an idea and an opportunity to advance projects. That's one of the biggest areas, I think, is don't be afraid of failure. Be willing to step out, be willing to represent your stakeholders and be respectful of the communities. But for a young person coming up in the business, I would just encourage you to step out and follow your dreams.
Thank you, Ken, for those great and very strong words for the next generation of entrepreneurs. And thank you so much for joining us on Behind the Bell. We hope to have you at NASDAQ sometime in the near future when it's all safe for us again.
Lyanne, thank you very much for having Northern Vertex and myself online. And we're very excited to be ringing the bell at NASDAQ, and we look forward to many more accomplishments and advances in the sector moving forward.
As do we. Thanks so much again. NASDAQ followers, please stay tuned for more coverage coming to you on Bell Companies here at NASDAQ, coming from the NASDAQ channel. Until then, we're signing off.